After watching the process of manufacturing currency in Japan, I finally understood that making a simple coin is as tricky as making a chip. Today, I will detail how coins are produced. Here is a sizable local currency coin factory. The first step in making coins is to design the coin pattern through 3D modeling. Then, master craftsmen carve out the coin molds by hand. Here's a secret. It takes several people to carve out a mold. As for more detailed content, I will gradually explain it to everyone. Next, we enter the smelting workshop. First, damaged coins are poured into the furnace. These damaged coins are coins that banks have collected from the market. Although damaged, their purity is relatively high, so they can be directly melted down and reused. On the other hand, paper money can only be disposed of through burning and shredding. The metal plates in the picture are the outer edges left behind from stamping coins. They belong to the finished metal and will not be sent to the scrapyard. They need to be transported to the front by machines and then undergo extrusion to change the overall appearance. A lump of square copper alloy is then extruded, and when it's filled up, workers will throw them one by one into the furnace. The trimmings must also be melted to prevent scrap metal from leaving the mint. Next, all surface impurities are dug out. We then move on to the casting process. First, workers design the casting dimensions on the computer, and the liquid metal flows forward accordingly. After several rounds of processing, a massive piece of metal comes into view. This is all the raw material needed for the coin. This metal contains 75% copper, 12% nickel, and 12% zinc. It is then transported to the front by a conveyor belt and undergoes secondary heating. The primary purpose of this heating is to make the material easier to hot roll. At this point, the temperature is about 600 to 900 degrees Celsius. The temperature of hot rolling varies depending on the material content. Next, the metal is officially hot rolled. This process usually lasts several rounds until the overall shape meets the required dimensions. Then, it is quickly transported to the front by a conveying device. After repeated rolling by machines, a dark copper coil is formed with a thickness of about 0.7 centimeters. However, this size is unsuitable for coin production, so it must be transported to the front for a second rolling round. This process is fully automated, so no workers are in this workshop. The metal sheet is then moved to the preset position, and the machine continuously pushes it forward. This round is called precision rolling, which compresses the metal to the thickness required for the coin. To maximize production efficiency, the edges of the metal are aligned and welded together to form a single unit. Afterward, it is transported forward and undergoes the final round of rolling. The color of the metal changes significantly, and the thickness becomes more uniform. At this point, the finished raw materials required for the coin are officially produced. Next, we enter the finishing process, the most critical step. First, the steel coil is fixed to one side of the machine, and when the engine starts, the metal is slowly transported. The giant machine in front of us is the stamping equipment, which can stamp the metal into the required dimensions. At full speed, it can stamp dozens of such pieces of metal per second. Especially in recent years, financial changes have led to the seemingly non-stop operation of major mints throughout the year. This machine can quickly stamp the metal into coins, but having just the device is not enough. We also need the master craftsmen mentioned at the beginning because only they can spend a month carving out the currency molds. With the molds, coins of various types can be produced. In the blink of an eye, the metal undergoes a magnificent transformation, and then it undergoes high-precision testing by the master craftsman. Coins do not have security lines. Mainly, they rely on material composition and engraved patterns. It is said that the weight of 500 Korean and 500 Japanese coins is equal, and many people use 500 Korean coins in vending machines for purchases. As a result, the mint was forced to adjust the copper content ratio to avoid this potential problem. Now, you can look at the patterns. The spacing between the left and right sides is noticeably different. Have you all understood everything up to this point?